Hey, everybody, what's going on? What's hot? What's hip? What's happening? What is shaking on your Monday pre Christmas holiday shopping nightmare time Monday? Tonight I'm going to tell you about Rowdy Roddy Piper. For right now, though, please like, share, subscribe, retweet, notification bell, all the free things that help us serve the algorithm, the almighty, all-powerful, all-seeing algorithm. And, of course, we do have super chats, and we do have memberships. We'd love it if you want a super chat or you want a membership up, but please turn your gifted memberships on because a lot of generous people around here give them out for free. And then, see, we had, I think, what a lot of people would say was an incredibly good, incredibly fun members-only show on Saturday where I played past audio from my broadcasting career. Sadly, very sadly, although I could find some with Dave Michaels, one of my favorite wrestlers, one of my favorites too. I could find some Dave Michaels old audio. The good stuff, the Sports Fan 990 stuff, is in a barn in Peru, Indiana. It's up there at my uncle's house. That'd be the good stuff to get. But we have other things on the Dave Michaels Sports Show, on the North Texas Sports Network. You should go check it out, myntsn.com. Often imitated, never duplicated. Welcome now, my friends, to the show that never ends with Mr. Dave Michaels. Hey, big weekend. We had a great weekend. We did a bunch of other shows. We would appreciate your super chats here on YouTube. YouTube, of course, the preferred way to watch the Tom Gully Show. So there. And I have to vamp for 3 minutes, and then we'll get into Rowdy Roddy Piper. Oh, will we get into Rowdy Roddy Piper? Oh, I'm telling you, we'll get into Rowdy Roddy Piper. There will be some rowdy. Oh, and tomorrow night, Joey Catalano will be with us. That's right, live and in person. We'll have Joey C. Talk to him today. We're both looking forward to it very, very much. Very, very, very much. Very, 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 very much. All right. Okay. So what else do we have coming up on the show? Oh, yes, we will be doing a show on Christmas. 2 o'clock Central, 3 o'clock Eastern time. So if you're one of those people that's not doing a lot for Christmas, guess what? Ta-da! We're doing a show for you on Christmas. Ariana May is here. Hello, Ariana May. And some child that looks like it's dressed for the winter or for Christmas or something. Hello, nice to see you as always. Hope you're not being a Grinch. No, I'm not being a Grinch. A lot of people celebrate on Christmas Eve. The people here in Dallas that I normally do Christmas with are celebrating on Christmas Eve when I'm doing a show, you see. And so I'm not going to that. And then so the next day I have wide open because my family, all of my family, well, one of my family members lives in Utah in the mountains, and the rest of them live in Indianapolis, and I ain't going back there for Christmas. And it has nothing to do with being a Grinch. It has to do with I don't like to freeze to death. So, oh, he's a hot dog. Okay. All right. Hot dogs. Armor's hot dogs. Oh, Dave Michaels says, thanks for reminding me. I have to go and run and do my own show. Well, let me know when you need me to do any helping on that. Any helping of soccer or something that I can help you with. But Dave Michaels, everybody, the one, the only, often imitated. There he is. My good friend Dave Michaels. He's the head of the North Texas Sports Network. I've done ball games with him. We've done talks. We were on the worst radio station in the history of the world together, the Sports Fan 990. Oh, it was bad. That's how we met. Did a lot of shows there. Yeah, it was a nightmare. Hey, why don't I just open up my thing and we'll start talking about Rowdy Roddy Piper, shall we? And one of the things I want to mention right off the bat, By the way, we had somebody in our chat, Jim F., who I hope is that maybe Jim Fanning? He said George Roderick Toombs, Hot Rod. Yes, I know that. I know that. That's kind of, that's kind of stealing my, because I'm doing a show. So when you start, then it kind of ruins, you know what I mean? But it's okay. Not the end of the world. George Roderick Toombs, better known as Rowdy Roddy Piper. Guess what? Canadian. Not Scottish at all. Canadian. Yes. And he was probably best known for his work in the WWF, which they had to change to the WWE and the WCW between 1984 and 2000. Now, they said he was from Glasgow, and he had a kilt and a bagpipe, and apparently he said it's because of his Scottish heritage, but whatever. He got the names Rowdy and Hot Rod because of his short temper, Scottish short temper. And a lot of people think he's the greatest heel ever in wrestling. So he was a big star in professional wrestling, like one of the most recognizable. And that's where I'm going to take a detour here for just a second and say, and one of my favorite action movie stars. He doesn't get enough credit for that. Of course, he was in They Live. He was in another one of my favorite movies called Hell Comes to Frogtown and others. And he was in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, whatever. But see, that's difficult for me because I think everything about Philadelphia and everything that comes out of Philadelphia, unless there's like an exception that proves the rule, sucks. Totally sucks. So, he was born in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. I don't know if you remember that, and I also don't know if you remember the song from Slapshot, "Just a Little Bit South of Saskatoon." It's a great song about Saskatoon. Jim says, "Sorry, never happen again." Don't worry about it, Jim. Is that you, Jim Fanning? Did you change your name to that? I don't believe in you either. That's funny. I'm not mad. It's just here's the thing, Jim. Whatever Jim you happen to be. If you're Jim Fanning, I'm really feeling bad. But if you're not Jim Fanning, I don't feel quite as bad. Here's the thing. I feel bad because I've started the show and you put your thing in there, and I'm not going to put it on the screen because that ruins the beginning of the thing that I'm going to do later, see? And so, that's... I feel bad because I am thinking that you're thinking that I blew you off or something. I didn't really blow you off. It's just I can't... You know what I mean? Ariana May says, "Hey now, with the Philly hate. Are you from Philly, Ariana?" Because if just to show you that I'm not evil or biased, I also hate Bucks County quite a bit. But as of yet, unless you're telling me you're from there, and I mean from there, not from nearby, from there, it's everybody I know from Philadelphia, unless you're different, they say they're an a-hole and that they're proud of it. Well, I'm going to oblige them in that. Well, if you are and you're proud of it, I agree. And I don't hang around a-holes, generally. Jim says yes. I got no, it's all good, Tom. Julian Zeezer is here. The Zeezinator, the Zeezmeister says hi. I'm from an hour away, an even worse, smaller city. But see, Ariana May, that's good. Because that doesn't include you in my Philadelphia sucks. And you don't. You're wonderful. We love you here. Soviet says, "How dare you go up against PCL?" Look, I don't know what time PCL is on. I don't pay attention to that. I don't think we have the same audience necessarily. I mean, if you want me to suddenly start screaming and yelling about nothing, you're going to be sadly disappointed. But I don't know when they're on. I don't care when they're on. I really don't. I don't watch that show. He seems like a very nice man. I can only watch a little bit of people teasing a guy and saying, oh, well, we're going to have a 10-course meal brought in, or we're going to put a horse in your butt. Yeah, okay, I got it the first time. It only took one time for me to see that. And now I'm good for the rest of my life. Jim says, try going to a hockey game between the Capitals and the Philadelphia Flyers. No, I'd rather not. That whole town, they can drop it in the lake. Soviet Skunk says, yes, that would be nice. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Look, there's plenty of Dabbleverse X goon shows. And you all pale in comparison to Frankie McDonald. There's bigger goons out there. You're not even the best goon. You know? If you like it, watch it. Please. Please. Not saying you shouldn't, but that ain't what we're doing here. Let's see here. He was born in Saskatoon. His dad worked on the police for the railway. Anyway, he got expelled from junior high for having a switchblade. And then he left home early. He started getting hired to run errands for professional wrestlers and got odd jobs at gyms. And he says, and by the way, this is a lot of things about Rowdy Roddy Piper. He made a lot of claims. And by the way, I don't necessarily begrudge him making a lot of unsubstantiated claims, because his whole thing, like a lot of people in the Dabbleverse, is to create a fake character, because his real character isn't nearly as interesting. So he said that he played the bagpipes, but when pressed, he can't remember who taught him or where he picked it up or anything else. Before he was a pro wrestler, he was an amateur wrestler. Yeah. And he said that he won the Golden Gloves boxing championship, but there's absolutely no record of that. And the Golden Gloves people keep pretty good records. He said he was awarded a black belt in judo, but it was awarded by Gene LaBelle, who happens to have hosted or formed one of the wrestling platforms that he was on. His first match was midget wrestling in front of some lumberjacks. Now, his first match in a real legitimate organization was with a guy named Larry Henning in the American Wrestling Association, which when I do my next members only show, you'll get to hear from Handsome Johnny Starr, who was the light heavyweight champion of the American Wrestling Association. But probably the most substantial thing about Larry Henning was he's the father of Mr. Perfect, Kurt Henning. How about that, huh? So friends of his would play the bagpipes when he came out. And from that point, I guess one of the announcers couldn't read his name right, and instead of he knew there was a Piper, he knew somebody's name was Roddy, so he called him Roddy Piper. That's where he got the name. And then he became what they call a jobber for about 2 years in the AWA. And a jobber, of course, is a guy that's basically brought in to lose. Just going to lose. He did work for Fritz von Erich, if you know anything about wrestling, for a little while. He bounced around California and Portland for about 5 years. Let me see here. Why is there a porno pic on the screen? That's an early Roddy Piper photo, Julian. But I can't totally ignore what you said now, and I have to put this photo on. There he is. Look at the little kitty cat on the front of that one. Yes, it is me, Sir Tom Gully. I'm apologizing. No need for you to apologize. The chef is in the house. We all love it when the chef is in the house. I'm from Virginia. Well, I got nothing wrong with Virginia. Is Tom on his anti-Philadelphia rant again? We know how to handle guys like him. Are you from Philadelphia? Jack Hanna-Barbera, I haven't seen him in ages. I had a dream about 25 years ago that Rowdy Roddy Piper was my stepdad. Well, maybe he was. Lindsay, exploring the afterlife, said a lot of mortivica. Mortivica is an expression that's used. What was his wrestling name? Chop Chop. I don't know much about wrestling, but yeah, it's a great genre of performance art. If you're from Philadelphia, I'm sorry, but you got some people out there that aren't making you look very good. In the mid-'70s, he was a big villain for Gene LaBelle's NWA Hollywood Wrestling. So he spent some time in sort of the California area, up and down, and he really, really ticked off the Mexican community down there. He said that he would make up for it by playing the Mexican national anthem on bagpipes, and what he actually played was La Cucaracha, and it caused a riot. Yes. Yeah. He did a lot of Loser Leaves Town matches, head shaving matches during this time. Then he travels to Georgia, to the Mid-Atlantic territory. He won a Mid-Atlantic title. He also beat Ric Flair for the U.S. belt, which turned into a big feud. And he feuded with another bunch of old guys. He was a fan favorite for knocking out Ole Anderson. And, he kept the Scottish thing going. In 1982, he got fired because he was late for a match. So he went to Puerto Rico, got booked by somebody else. He was basically a guy that just bounced between federations, and everybody kind of did that back then. He's not uncommon. He did wrestle in the WWF before going full time. Before one match, Freddie Blassie. But you'd really have to be a big wrestling fan to know Freddie Blassie. Here he is being. This was at a WrestleMania. I'm going to tell you about this in a few minutes. But this was at a WrestleMania, I believe at a WrestleMania, and that's Mr. T. And of course, you can see Hulk Hogan in the background. Who's putting a sleeper hold on Harley Race? That would have been, he's putting a sleeper hold. Fishtown, Pennsylvania. They got other towns with fish. Maybe you've heard of The Wharf in San Francisco. Probably better than Fishtown. Is that where you're from, Julian? Sorry. When I was in high school, some kid was a huge Roddy Piper fan. He was a weird kid. Ariana May said, Tom, take your next vacation to Kensington Beach, Philly. The views are something else. Yes, the view in my rear view mirror. When I take vacations, I go to somewhere warm and awesome. And Philly ain't on the list. Nowhere on the East Coast is on the list. Am I going to go anywhere, even remotely near a town where so many people are proud of the fact that they're a-holes? Nope, not doing it. You want to throw snowballs or car batteries at Santa? You want to boo Julius Irving? Nah, I don't need to go to that town. You want to have a jail under your football stadium and you think that's cool? All right. Okay. I live next neighborhood over from Kensington, says Julian. Freddie Blassie. Jim said, I'm so old, I saw Haystacks Calhoun wrestle in Troy, New York. Did you see Angelo Poffo? Did you see Gorgeous George? We might not be on your list, but you're on our list. Bring it on. Come on down here to Texas. You'll see how people get treated from Philadelphia down here Texas way. After they pull the slugs out, generally Anyway, my dad used to take me to wrestling matches. Dick the Bruiser, the Sheik, that era. Chef. You, I'm sure, remember Dick the Bruiser. Dick the Bruiser was a citizen of Indianapolis. It was great. You'd see Dick the Bruiser out cutting his lawn, and you could go talk to him. And the Crusher, of course, was his cousin, I think, his brother. Julian Zeter says, I don't think our current football stadium has a jail in it anymore. Last one got imploded. Well, the last one they refused to play games on because the surface was so bad, because Philadelphia. Hey, by the way, tomorrow night, Joey C. will be here. The legendary Joey C. live and in person. And like, share, subscribe, notification bell, retweet, all those free things that help us with the algorithm, the almighty, all-powerful, all-serving algorithm. And also, we do have super chats. We do have memberships. We would love your super chats and memberships. We really would. But also turn on your gifted memberships. Some people gift them dang things for just being a person. Wow, that's a who's who of wrestling greats on the screen. It is, Julian. It is. Let me see here. He had a show, kind of a thing called Piper's Pit. And so when Rowdy Roddy Piper began in the WWF, he was a manager. But then he started wrestling full time. And he had his own interview segment, as I mentioned, called Piper's Pit on Championship Wrestling and Wrestling at the Chase. And that went on for about 3 years. During one of them, he insulted Jimmy Snuka's Polynesian heritage and attacked Snuka by smashing him over the head with a coconut. He also insulted Bruno Sammartino. Oh, no. That feud ended in a steel cage match, Boston Garden, which Piper lost. He had a storyline that involved Hulk Hogan and singer Cyndi Lauper. Lou Albano, of course, was involved, and Mr. T, and that set up his first WrestleMania, which pitted Paul Orndorff, and Piper against Hogan and Mr. T. Orndorff was pinned by Hogan when Piper's bodyguard, Cowboy Bob Orton, interfered. And Piper said that he had to keep Mr. T kind of busy during that fight to avoid having Mr. T's horrible wrestling skills observed by the public. He also faced Mr. T in a boxing match at WrestleMania 2, and Rowdy Roddy lost that because of a disqualification. He beat the crap out of him, but then he lost because he body slammed him. And it was a boxing match. You're not allowed to do it during a boxing match. Mm-hmm. Anyway, when he came back to the WWF after a short absence, he was a face. Yeah, he was a face. And more antics. He would show on Adrian and Adonis's show and start crap. And after he left the WWF again, he came back for WrestleMania 5. And, hit Morton Downey Jr. with a fire extinguisher. Pinned Ted DiBiase. And, he feuded with Bobby Heenan, ravishing Rick Rude and Brother Love. Said he was returning to the Federation in 1991. He interfered with Rick Rude's Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship defense against the Ultimate Warrior at SummerSlam, costing Rude the title. And so then he and Rick Rude were back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Also had a lot of beef with Bobby Heenan, Bobby the Brain. Virgil had a feud with the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, and of course, Rowdy Roddy was in Virgil's corner for that. Let's see here. Look at this stuff. Look at this. There's some guys wanting to fight. You got the Hot Rod shirt on there. which contrasts greatly from the little kitty shirt. But there's the Hot Rod shirt. There's the Hot Rod. Let me see here what we got else here. Oh, there's Roller Skater Texas Girl. Good to see you. Always good to see you. Let's see, my dad did. Yeah, I was. Let's see. Yeah, the Vet sucked for games, but it was good for Pink Floyd concerts. Don't cross Rick Rude. Won't do that. Roller Skater Texas Girl is here. Good to see her. Always good to see her. Anybody with the word Texas in their name. There we go. Anyway, like, share, subscribe, retweet, notification bell. We really need to grow the subscriptions on this. That will allow me to turn on another level of ad dollars that you guys don't have to pay for at all. But it is the holiday season. And, I do about 250 shows a year. And, yeah, good to see you too. And so, a little something for the effort. We have super chats. We have memberships. If you want, be nice. Be a nice thing to do around Christmas. Actually, a nice thing to do all year, considering the, pretty much thankless work that I do, bringing you this entertainment you could never hope to generate on your own. You could never, ever hope. So that would be well appreciated. And then turn on your gifted memberships, because people might gift you one. And then if you had the membership, then you could watch the members only shows. Guess what I'm going to do for the next members only show this weekend? I'm going to show one of the documentaries that's privated on YouTube and has not been seen like ever. And they're from like 7 or 8 or 9 years ago. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? UK Horror Scene says, good evening, Tom. And now he's going to say good evening to the rest of the room. I predict. Oh, let's see here. He came back again at WrestleMania in 1994 as a guest referee for the World Heavyweight Championship match between Bret Hart and Yokozuna. Yeah. During the match, commentator Jerry the King Lawler, major jerk, he's probably from Philadelphia, remarked that he hated Piper and continued to taunt Piper on his King's Court segment of Monday Night Raw, eventually culminating with Lawler bringing out a young, skinny impersonator in a Piper t-shirt, forcing him to kiss his feet. Enraged, Piper agreed to wrestle Lawler at King of the Ring, where Piper emerged victorious. Piper wrestled as a fan favorite, and there you go. Yeah, there you go. He left the WWF again, but then he briefly returned for WrestleMania 6 as a referee. Yeah. He returned in 1996, being named the interim president of the WWF after Gorilla Monsoon had to leave. And, yeah. He also substituted for Razor Ramon and defeated the 1-2-3 Kid after hitting him with a ring bell. When he was named president, one of his first acts was to reinstate the Ultimate Warrior. Remember that? After a letter campaign by the fans. And he was an object of affection for Gold Dust, which is really gross, super gross, totally gross. Piper chased Gold Dust in a white Ford Bronco, and the footage they showed was not of Piper in a white Ford Bronco. They used the actual OJ footage for that. He had a big feud with the NWO, the New World Order, sure. Yeah. Big fight with them. Back and forth with them. He had a lot of other stuff, but his last appearance in WCW was at Super Bowl 2000, where he was a surprise referee in the World Heavyweight Championship match between Sid Vicious, Jeff Jarrett, and Scott Hall. And then his contract was terminated. He returned to the WWE in March of 2003, conducting a surprise run-in during the Hulk Hogan-Vince McMahon match, where he attacked Hogan with a steel pipe to cement his status as a heel, although Hogan eventually won the match. Like, we didn't see that coming. Yeah. Continued feuding with Hogan. He joined Total Nonstop Action Wrestling in 2002 till 2005. Then he returned to the WWE from 2005 to 2015. He had a few final feuds with Dusty Rhodes. He attacked Jimmy Snuka again. He attacked Chris Jericho. He attacked a lot of people. He inducted Wendy Richter into the WWE Hall of Fame, which is nice of him. He got into it with Ted DiBiase. He got into it with Rampage Jackson. He hit Zack Ryder with a coconut. He made sporadic appearances from 2002 to 2012, to 2015. In early July 2015, Ric Flair said Piper lost his WWE Legends contract with the company because of a public feud with Steve Austin, which resulted in him leaving. So he went on a bunch of independent circuits and teamed with Jimmy Valiant and against Cowboy Bob Orton and Playboy Buddy Rose and some of them dudes there. He was in some music videos. He appeared. Let me get you another picture of this jabroni. Sorry. I have a members. Yeah, Terry does have a members only jacket for the Tom Gully Show. Roller Skater Texas Girl, thank you so much for the very nice Christmas donation. That is really, really very, very much appreciated, and thank you. Thank you. Trying to turn this into a going concern, and what I really need is for everybody on their Facebook or their Twitter to tell folks to subscribe. I need about 124 more subscriptions, 123, something like that. And then I can get to the next ad revenue play thing that you guys don't even have to pay for. There's no payment. I need to, look, if you met the people I work for, you would want me also to do this for a living. Won't take a lot, but it takes something. Thank you, Roller Skater Texas Girl. We got to get together. Oh, you do sorry, I don't want to dox you. But send to me on Twitter or something when you're going to be doing the thing that you said you were going to be doing. Don't say anything about it here because you'll get trolled like badly. But send it to me in a DM on Twitter, and I'll show up over there. Hell yeah. I'll show up there and eat snacks, watch people do stuff. Good evening, everyone. Let's see. Love Rowdy, says Jay. I don't know who Jay is, but when you get some other letters, I'll say those as well. Thank you. Rowdy Roddy Piper is one of my favorite all-time wrestlers. Yes, a lot of people's. We're going to get to the good part, though. John Naylor says Roddy's podcast with Earl Skakel. And I got to get the phone lines open. We're going to open the phone lines. Every show from now on, we're going to open the phone lines. Was a really fun listen. UK Horror Scene says he came in 5th in the world at playing the bagpipes. You say so. He squeezed Hogan's head like a bagpipes bellows. Oh, that's right. It's Jared. I forgot it's Gerald. John Naylor says Roddy wrestled from the mid-'70s, actually wrestled The Rock's father and grandfather. Yes, John, we were talking about that earlier in the show because I do a show, you see, and we cover the whole thing. So we didn't just start. I mean, we went through that whole thing, John. Come on, John. Come on. You're welcome. Very welcome, Tom. Thank you. Roller Skater Test is I will, Tom. Yeah, I'll come over there. Man, it can't be that far. It's Jared. I love Jared. Jared's the best. Jared is Jared H2BH. By the way, yeah, we really need a lot more income on this show. I mean, I don't see myself doing a whole nother year of free shows, but I need all of you to go to Pod Awful and sign up and subscribe and everything for Pod Awful, and then figure out a way to give them $1. Because Pod Awful is going to be doing daily shows soon. And hopefully Jared and his friends will, have a letter writing campaign so I can be on Pod Awful's daily show frequently. Jared says, will you come see me dance at the Roundup? I don't know where it's at, but if it's in Texas, I will. Well, if it's in North Texas, if it's in Dallas, if it's within a few miles of my house. Julian Zeta says, will you do the lambada, the forbidden dance? Happy to be here. I don't know how to do the lambada. Although, if it's the forbidden dance I'm thinking about, I've already done it a few times, if you know what I mean. Did I put another picture of that Hunyuk up there? Yeah, there I did. I got 2 pictures of him sort of at signings and stuff. Okay, so he appeared as a singer in a Cyndi Lauper video called The Goonies Are Good Enough. And there was an album called The Wrestling Album in 1985. And it basically was a rock and wrestling era thing. Okay. And mostly it had the theme music of all the wrestlers that were on the roster. I hope it had Big Boss Man. Because that's my favorite song. If you ever find your way down to Cobb County, Georgia, you better mind your manners, respect the law and order, you do hard time. I love that. I wish I could play that as my opening theme, but there was a song called For Everybody, and he basically was a singer on that. He was also a guest VJ on MTV in 1988. In 1992, he released a UK single and music video for his song, I'm Your Man. And there was a B-side of it that was called Baby Come Back, Judy Come Back. That was it, Judy Come Back. I don't know if that was a wrestling thing. I don't know as much about wrestling as I should. I do know a lot about this era of wrestling because I was the promotions writer and producer at an independent TV station that had the WWE at the time. So I followed it a lot. Let's see here. It's 20 minutes from my house. Well, it might be closer than that. We don't know. Roundup. At the Rattlesnake Roundup. Did you stay for the Rattlesnake Roundup? His best match in the WWF was against the Mountie at Royal Rumble in 1992 for the WWF Intercontinental title and beat him for his first title in the WWF. Well, that's a good one. Hey, you know what, ladies and gentlemen? Tomorrow night, live on this program, Joey Catalano will be with us talking baseball. And we are doing a show on Christmas, 3 p.m. Eastern. You can figure out what that is Pacific time. We'll do a show for you on Christmas for those of you who are bored or not doing anything or whatever it is going on. Just want to let you know. We're doing those things. We're doing those things for you. Roundup is hey. I'm not going to, no, I won't be there. UK Horror Scene says he had #1 hit in the UK. That's pretty cool. Not that there's anything wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just, well, it's not my cup of tea. What was it with Cyndi Lauper and wrestlers? Her Girls Just Want to Have Fun video had Captain Lou Albano in it. Well, he was in a bunch of her videos. Mm-hmm. Captain Lou with the rubber bands in his beard. Roller skater, Texas girl is smile. Whoa, hey, look out. The Big Boss Man debuted in WWF in 1988. Well, thank you. Julian Caesar. No. No what? You don't do the forbidden dance? It's forbidden. Come on, man. Jesus. It's forbidden. Reverend Wild Bill says, I'm here to chew bubble gum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubble gum. Yeah. I sometimes don't even know why I do a show. I should just put the topic up and just let the chat, I'll just kick back and click it, and they could just... I'm just teeing it up for other people. See, I'm just teeing it up. That's all I'm doing. I'm just teeing it up. Brother. Anyway, he got tons and tons of film and TV credits. Right as I start into the film and TV part, I march through all of the crap about his wrestling. I even in my description for this show say better actor than he got credit for. And right at that time, bam, I got to start reading these comments better. It's my fault. Because during and after his wrestling days, Piper racked up dozens of film and TV credits. Okay. He's most famous for They Live. I'm not even going to tell you the catchphrase now. Doesn't even matter. I was going to play the clip, but why should I play the clip when we got people in the chat that are more than happy? More than happy. We'll just forget that part of them. They've used it in all sorts of Duke Nukem and South Park, countless movies. Anyway, hell comes to Frogtown, though. Has anybody got any lines or anything they want to get on, get out of their system on that? Because I'm just here to come up with topics and convert all these photos and do all this research and everything so that you who don't want to do a show, you people that don't want to do a show, can kind of do one in my chat. That's why I'm here. Let me see. He was a guest on Saturday Night Live, tormenting Hulk Hogan and Mr. T. Sure. He was on Mad TV with Bret Hart. Bet you didn't know that. He was twice on the new Zorro on the Family Channel. 2 times. 2 times. There is another picture of him. Unless somebody else has a picture they'd like up there. Anybody. Oh. Let me see. If I have $1, yeah, They Live. Yes. He was also in several films. No shit. No shit. No shit. Are you kidding me? Wow. I didn't know that. You guys realize there's 11 people in here. Way more people are going to watch this show than are in this chat room. Way more. So when let's see. Have an eggnog with a bit of rum mixed in. I don't drink. If I did, I'd careen from chat room to chat room across the web. Just, let me see. What the hell did I join into? I don't know. Do you know the fight he had with the famous daytime TV host? That was my favorite. No, I don't know anything about that. He was also in a show with Jesse the Body Ventura called Tag Team. Well, thanks, UK. Appreciate it. Have you ever tempered chocolate? No, I have never done that. It was a cigarette. Not smoking. Not doing any smoking. UK horror. Yeah. Would you have voted for Jesse the Body? I don't know. Can you say his name? You can do whatever you want. Clearly everybody else is. I told you not to cross Rick Rude. Rick Rude. Is he even alive? Uh-oh. No, that's StreamYard. That's a StreamYard thing. Thank you, StreamYard. The second, you know what? There are people on this earth that think they're a hell of a lot funnier than they actually are. That's all I'm going to say about that. Morton Downey Jr., good friends with his widow. Had her on the show. Why don't you guys tell me all about her now? Thanks, StreamYard. Yeah, they're supposed to be helping. Hey, Tom and crew, dang, I'm late. You're fine. You're not missing anything. I'm opening up the phone lines now because I'm done talking about Rowdy Piper. You guys clearly know all there is to know about it. You know, host of celebrity wrestling in the United Kingdom. You know about RoboCop the series. You know about Always Sunny in Philadelphia. You know about The Mystical Adventures of Billy Owens and the sequel to that. You know about him on Cold Case. You know about him in Funny or Die videos. You know about him in Celebrity Guest Stories. You know about him on Storage Wars, Celebrity Wife Swap, where you swipe with Ric Flair. You know about him on Saints Row. You know about him in Legends House. You know all of that. You all know, and so you do not want to hear about it. You know about his voice acting, Robot Chicken, Night Traveler, Green Lantern Ember Knights. You know about him in Red Throne, the episode from Adventure Time, Saints Row 5. You know about him on a bunch of toys. You know about him in countless video games. You know that he was married for like ever, for like 43 years or something, to the same woman. His daughter was a pro wrestler. Turns out he had Hodgkin's lymphoma. He was on Rich Eisen's show. He couldn't really focus on that show, July 4th, 2015. So a week later, he died in his sleep at age 61 in his L.A. residence. The death certificate said it was cardiopulmonary arrest and a pulmonary embolism. So the heart attack was caused by the embolism, and there you go. There you go. Greatest talkers and heels of all time. I'm going to show you two more pictures. No, I'm not. I don't even actually have those pictures up because I had to leave the room here. I'm going to show you one. This. I don't know why they do this to people. I don't want a statue when I'm dead because look at that statue. It's just off. That doesn't look anything like him. Nothing like him. But that's his statue. So there you go. Let's see here. What do we got here? Let me see here. I'm not telling you shit, and from now on, I'm not saying anything except for alone until after you start your show. You're fine. You're fine. I'm not taking exception to you. Merry Christmas, Tom. Take a deep breath. Relax. Love you. Well, thank you, Dupa, and thank you for your generous Christmas time donation. I appreciate you very much. Julian says, hello, Hungus. I want to hear. What do you want to hear? Please tell me. Phone lines are open, 972-994-6822. Oh, wait, I've got to put my banner up with the stupid, there we go. I need to make some money on this damn show eventually. So I'll put that up there. People saying hi. I remember watching some documentary about Tibet and the #1 TV show. They only had one channel. Was reruns of WWE wrestling. Jason, I don't know nothing. You do too, Jared. You're a very smart man. Chef says, my ex-wife's brother went to school with Dick the Bruiser's son. Wow, he did a lot of stuff. He really did do a lot of stuff. Doopa-doopa-doo. Jim says, well, to be honest, we all do have Google. All right, hold on. I'll get to that in a second. Probably not going to like it either. Hi, and welcome to Tom Gully's show. You're on the air. Who am I speaking with?
Tom. Oh, it's Jared. What's up, Tom?
I'm not much. What are you up to, man?
Nothing. Hanging. Listen, I'd rather hear you tell us about Rowdy Piper instead of these guys, you know.
Well, you know.
I just mentioned.
I'm
sorry?
No, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I mentioned, I mentioned Morton Downey Jr. because that was like one of my favorite quarrels he had, but, it's kind of like one that less known than, They Live and all that other stuff. But
Well, no.
no, we want to hear you tell us.
I had already covered that.
The Morton Downey Jr.?
Yes, I did.
Bafangul. I'm sorry, man.
It's okay.
I came in late. I've been working all day.
And how is that my problem?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I'm just messing with you.
I'm gonna go in the corner.
I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you.
Son of a gun.
I didn't care because I already, did that. And I'm friends with Morton Downey Jr.'s widow.
That's funny. I didn't know that.
Lori Downey Jr., she calls herself, but yeah, friends with her.
Does she smoke?
Do you know who else is friends with her? Is Lynette. She and Lynette are super close friends. Yes.
That small world.
Yeah.
We miss Lynette.
That's how I got to know Lynette, was through Lori Downey.
That's too funny, man.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when did he pass away?
I want to say 2008 sometime in the, let me just look him up. There we go. He passed away 2001.
Wow.
2001. And
Can't believe it's been that long.
My good friend Dave Michaels also worked with him at a station that he was at here in Dallas. So
Interesting. He was a funny guy. I was very young when he was doing his show and whatnot. But, you just remember the teeth, the big mouth,
sure,
the smoking.
Sure.
The funny thing with Rowdy Roddy Piper, I forget the whole context of the whole fight, but I just remember Morton Downey Jr. was having one of his, talk shows in the middle of the ring in WWF at the time. And he was interviewing Rowdy Piper. And Morton Downey Jr.
He hit him with the fire extinguisher and gassed him.
Yes, because he was smoking. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And so,
that was great.
I just like to mention, Jared, while you're here, that I mentioned earlier, everyone go to Pod Awful on YouTube here and subscribe, and everywhere else you can. And if you want, you're going to see some great things there. I highly recommend the Red Rooms, but you will be able to figure out a way to go to podawful.pizza and somehow give $1.
You get a lot of content, lots of fun, really funny.
Yes, for $1.
And then $1. $1. You get hundreds of hours of entertainment.
And
check out the free stuff.
I need 125 more subscriptions. So if the Pod Awful cult could, you don't have to watch the show. Lord knows I wouldn't ask anybody to watch this. But I'm just saying.
We'll make a deal. Every $1 to Pod Awful, we'll give Tom 10 subscriptions. How about that?
Oh boy, that's a wonderful thing. But I think really, and I was thinking about this the other day. Pod Awful has made a lot of money off my good name, haven't they?
I would not know, but
come on.
your episodes were good.
I'm not asking for a cost accounting. I'm just saying, as a person that lives in the universe, you could look at the number of hidden members-only shows in addition to the ones that are out there in public. I think there's something like 17 shows about me.
Probably about 17 shows that involve Tom Belly. Correct. Yeah. Maybe 18. They were great, but
So if I could get $1 for all that, that would be great. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, well, Jared, I got to get to some more of this other stuff, but I do appreciate you calling in and attempting to apologize for something you had nothing to apologize for. And I'll see you see you in the Discord, man. H2BH.
You got it, my man. H2BH.
All
Ciao.
Right. Bye-bye. Oh, I loves me some Jared. He's a great guy. My good friend. One of my good friends from the Pod Awful cult. And it is a cult. Okay, Jim says, well, to be honest, we all do have Google. That they have it on their phones, his whole life story. Yeah, you do. So why are you here, Jim? Why are there any videos on any subject in the entire world on YouTube? Why? Why are all those here's what happened on 9/11? Why are all there's World War II videos? Why are those on there? Gosh, why does the History Channel make documentaries? I don't know. It's a mystery. Oh, I know. There's a certain pleasure some people get to having the story told for them. You see. Don't you see? See, Jim? Is that clear enough for you? See, you got to use your head a little bit on this show. We're doing a hard thing here. It's a thing that's not going to be easy. I realize that. And that is we're trying to do a show for people that want to know things. And there are way more stupid people than there are smart people. Okay? So, you know, that is young. Yes, he died at just 61. That's terrible. Hello, Dupa, and everyone else. Don't jump off the top rope unless you practice your flying clothesline. Yes, Julian Zezer. I wish someone had told that to Quadfather. UK Horror Scene says, hi, Dupa-Dupa-Doo. Jim says, what about his cocaine use that messed his heart up? I have absolutely no evidence of that in front of me whatsoever. None. That statue is so bad. It is. Look at this. It's really bad. It's not even his build. He was a shorter, stocky. It's just awful. Jack Hanna-Barbera says, how do you dress your baked potato? You mean what condiments do I put on it? I've never put pants or anything like that on a baked potato. I put sour cream and butter, occasionally some cheddar cheese, occasionally some bacon bits. That's all. Jim says, I agree. That is a very poor statue. It's intuitively obvious to even the most casual of observers that it's a poor statue. Hungus Mungus says his brain hurts. By the way, 972-994-6822 is the number to call. It's wide open. Aku says, people who think they're funnier than they actually are. You wound me, Tom. No, I wasn't talking about you. You like to think Rowdy Roddy Piper would want us all to hit the thumbs down button. I'm not a mind reader. I don't know. Jokes, I know how much I bomb. Not referring to you, Aku. Jim is laughing. Chef says, everyone say goodnight, Gracie. Good night, Gracie. Good night, Chef. We all remember where we were when Morton Downey died. Yes, that tragic day in 2001. I wonder, daggone it. Why did that come up? That is weird. Come on now. Morton Downey's dad, that was March 12th, 2001. So long before the Twin Towers came down. Morton Downey's dad was a legendary singer, like a hugely famous singer, gigantically famous singer, that nobody remembers that he was a singer anymore. Is that the same wife he had at the Stuttering John fight with him? Yes, Jim, it is the exact same. Her real last name is not Downey, obviously, but that's her. That is her in that video. WrestleMania 5. Yeah, WrestleMania 5. Hunga says, I linked Piper, not a wrestling fan, but he was good. I liked Piper, not a wrestling fan. He was good. Jillian Zito says, chess would be more popular if the Grandmaster competed in Chess Mania. Chess Mania. The Wolf says, I see we have the usual suspects. Hello, folks. Yes, we need to expand the audience. We need to expand the audience by quite a bit. Wolf, if you could be in charge of getting everyone from the 9th floor, 8th floor, whichever floor it was, Palmer Hall, to subscribe to the YouTube channel, that would be great. That would be great. It wasn't me this time. It says, Wolf, hello. Have you ever dived off the top rope? Oh, the Wolf has done some wrestling. I'm here to hear from you because I won't go to Google for it. I was just saying. I know what you were just saying. You just said it. Hey, Wolf. Okay. Jim says he was just messing with me. Calm down. Jim, if you're just messing with me, I get to react however I want. See? So you calm down. Or better still, smarten up. Brighten up. Use the old thinker a little bit better. I know it's going to be hard because you've been using it the wrong way your whole life. But just maybe wise up a little bit. Okay? Use a little more thinking. And if you think this is the place where you come to screw with me, well, farewell and adieu, all you fine Spanish ladies. Let's see. If I were a pigeon, I would never perch on that statue. That's a sore subject right now with a lot of people that do shows on YouTube, by the way. Let's see here. Dave Michael says 12 noon Pacific time. Yes, we'll be on 12 noon Pacific time on Christmas, 3 o'clock Eastern. Dived off the top rope. Jim says, no, that was Jim with his mouth zipped closed. Whatever you got to do, man. Hello, Rev. The Dave Michael says, I worked for Mort. I know, I just said that. 92 to 93. You mean like Macho Man? Sean Morton Downey, Senior. Yes. Laura Krebs. I believe it's Lori Krebs. I believe it's Lori. Just saying. I think it's Lori. Maybe her formal name is Laura, but I'm pretty sure it's Laura. But I didn't want to dox her, Dave, but thank you for doxing her. Appreciate that. Thanks for doxing her. Way to dox, man. Nice job. Way to dox. Jeez. And it's Lori. It's not Laura, it's Lori. Way to dox. You doxer. Way to be a doxer, man. All right, phone lines are open, 972-994-6822. You know, as few phone calls as we get on this program, we got even fewer on Sports Fan 990, KFCD AM. No, wait, sorry. The new the all-new Sports Fan 990, which I never understood because there was never a Sports Fan 990. We came straight out of the gate with the all-new Sports Fan 990. So, there you go. Let me see here. It says her profile is on Google under Morton's. I don't need her profile. I know her personally. I've been to her home. Her home. I also did an interview with her that's on my podcast page. I don't need her Google profile. I know the whole thing. It was a showgirl. I'm such a boomer. Crickets. What's the number? John, the number's in the crawl there. John, do you want me to dumb it down for you? Because I don't think we're going to get any more donations here, unfortunately. Sadly. Although we sure as hell should, frankly. We sure as hell should. They ought to be pouring in. But John, I'm going to dumb it down for you, my man. There you go. There you go. All for you, John. All for you. Let me see here. There were guys trying to get me to join the WWF. Oh, I bet we do. Yeah, we both do. We both do. Yes, I know. I actually remembered her first name, but you're correct. We both actually know her. I, of course, got her first name right. But yes, you do know her, and you have worked with her. Julian Caesar says if I was going to watch a fake sport, it wouldn't be soccer, football, or baseball. It would definitely be wrestling. Soccer's not a fake sport. Also happens to be the most popular sport in the history of mankind on Earth. Arsenal 5, Crystal Palace 1. Doesn't matter when you tie Fulham and Everton back-to-back weeks. You're just giving it away. Soccer is a game, not a sport. No, it's the most popular sport in the history of mankind on Earth. Now, if you don't like it, or you don't understand it, or you don't recognize that it is the most popular sport in the history of mankind on earth, we'll be okay without you. We honest to God will. We really will. But what I need everybody to do right now is this. If you have Facebook or you have Twitter, you need to tell all of your friends or enemies in a posting, hey, subscribe to the Tom Gully Show. If you have a streaming weekly sports podcast that might be called the Richard Michaels Show or the David Michaels Show, then you need to tell those people to subscribe. I only need 125 more. And then, bam, we get to that fat roll-in ad cash. Dave Michaels says, I actually was in the, I'm going to say squared circle instead of scared circle. While in Lufkin, oh boy, Lufkin, those were the days. I'd move to Lufkin right now for a gig. John Naylor says, sorry, Tom, my mistake. John, I don't even remember what you said, but I appreciate the $1.99. I very much do. I appreciate any and all contributions to this program. Dave Michaels, oh, the squared circle. I was right. All right. Indeed, I will, says Dave Michaels. No, you won't. You'll forget. You'll forget. You won't. Actually, you don't have to. I don't want that. I don't want to besmirch your show. I don't want to tarnish it with this one. All right. I've got 8 more minutes. 8 more minutes of whatever. The phone line's being open. But I swore, I made myself a before New Year's resolution. We are opening these damn phone lines every show from now on. And where are all the trolls from these other shows? Where are they? They don't seem to want to be verbally exchanging with me. You know why? Because then they're in my world, bitch. All right. Did I say that? Was that me? Wolf says wrestling is only partially fake in that it is scripted. Many injuries each wrestler has are real. Well, that's true. You can't fake a jump from the third turnbuckle 15 feet in the air and landing. All that's real. All that's real. It's the outcome that's fake. It's kind of like the movie Titanic, you know? It's everything's real or as realistic as possible, except the whole Jack and Rose thing. That's totally fake. The actual plot of the movie, that's totally fake. But everything else, the sinking and the bing and the bang and the boom, that's all real. Johnny Naylor says, I was going to call. Can you put it in the chat? No, but I can have it tattooed to your mom's left butt cheek tonight. John, it's in the scroll on the bottom of the screen, my man. If you can't get it from there, I'm not sure you're going to be able to operate the phone to even dial to call in. Julian Zeta says, Wolf, those guys are rough. Lots of technique required and hard on the body. It really is. It really is. With intelligence on loan from God. Tom Gully. No, that's someone else. I don't want to. No. Please don't compare me to him. I haven't been doctor shopping recently. Please don't compare me. I'm thin. He's not. Hey, tomorrow night, Joey Catalano, clubhouse manager for countless pro baseball teams, will be with us, and internet personality. We're going to be talking his time with the Chicago Cubs as a bat boy and maybe other things. I don't know. That's where he started. He started as a bat boy, the visiting team bat boy for the Cubs in 78 or 79. And then Christmas. We are doing a Christmas show, so we'll be with you Christmas Eve. We'll do a show at 3 o'clock Pacific, noon. Sorry, 3 o'clock Eastern, noon Pacific on Christmas Day. As long as you want. It's an Ask Me Anything show. I could have made it overrated, underrated, but I didn't. I didn't do that. So, there you are. Julian Zio says, yes, the Iron Sheik was a classically trained Shakespearean actor. What do you say? All of the words that I do an Iron Sheik impersonation. It's actually pretty good, but I could never repeat it on this show because it's extremely profane. Hey, Michael says, laughing. Who knows? I may wear my North Texas Sports Network shirt on one of the shows coming up this week. One of the two that I proudly possess. I'll wear the black one. It's cooler than the other one. Not that the other one's bad. It's not. It's just the black one is better. And right now I'm wearing my Team Gully with the family crest. Yeah. Phone lines are open at 972-994-6822. And what else? Keith Von Erich was a great interview back in October. So if you'd like to go watch Dave's show, listen to it. Reverend Bill, my brother in crime. Yeah. Yes. What else do we have going on? Oh, yeah. Coming up, I will be on Ed Robertson's TV Confidential. Then he's coming back here on this show. We're doing a home and away, what he calls a crossover episode. That'll be cool. I've been rewatching all 9 seasons of the FBI using the book with the giant quote from me in the front of it. And it's pretty awesome. I got to tell you, because every time I look at the episode guide, I make sure and go, oh, well, I stopped on the introduction again. There's my giant quote. Just another book with a big quote from me. It's nothing. You know. I really should have Dave Michaels as a gift on this show sometime. He's too busy. He's doing too many things. He's just doing too many things. He's busy. He's got a very young wife. He's busy. Just saying. Let's see. John Naylor says, I don't see it. Go ahead and clown me, but we go back. Do we go back? It's right at the bottom of the screen, my man. I'm on YouTube. Yes, you see the screen that you're watching me on right now? You see down there the thing that's going across the screen? Okay. Jesus Christ. Jesus H on a popsicle stick. Hey, John. I'm going to put it in the chat just for you, okay, bud? I'm not sure that we know each other. We really don't go back. You better explain how we go back. You really should. In fact, before I put it in the chat, you heard me tapping there. Before I put it in the chat, no, don't thank me yet. I need to know how we go back. Tell me that, please. I'd love to know. Because I'm ready. All I got to do is hit the enter button and bam, it's going to be right there for you. Because I think you're just being facetious here. And if that's the case, we may go back, but we won't be going forward. In a good way, you say, yeah, I'm sure, yeah. I need you to be specific. And I need you to do it within the next 30 seconds. And if you can't, or you don't, fare thee well, ye fine Spanish ladies, farewell and adieu, ladies of Spain. The Wolf says it's clearly going across the screen, John. Yeah, we can all see it. He says he's not messing with me. Well, you've got about 15 seconds to prove that. Oh, Tate LaBianca. Well. There's some people. Oh. Well, in that case, yes, I do like you. There you go. Okay. I don't know how you're not seeing it, Johnny. And I don't know why you're using that name instead of Johnny Seattle. Not all of us watch the screen. Well, no, but not all of us ask what the number is and get told it's at the bottom of the screen and then say they can't see it at the bottom of the screen. There's two different things. If you're just listening to this show, that's fine. I say the name many times, and then I just tell you it's there. It's on the screen. And it's not kind of my fault if somebody says, put it in the chat, because then you are watching the screen, dumbass. Hi, and welcome to the Tom Gully Show. You are on the air. Who am I speaking with?
Tom, hey, it's me, Johnny Seattle, your old buddy.
Yes.
We left on good terms. We're on good terms.
Yes,
I wasn't fucking with you, man.
We are.
I always come to your web page and put good comments on there.
Yes, you did.
I'm literally looking at my iPhone 15, and I'm not seeing anything going across or anything like that. Otherwise, I'm a reasonably competent fellow. You've heard me. Well, you haven't talked to me, but we go back, and I'm reasonably competent on stuff. I didn't see it.
Well,
whatever. Anyway.
It's fine now.
Oh, yeah, it's all good. No, man. I like it. I like it a lot, man. I come in. I always click. Send you a little money once in a while. I'm trying to be cool.
All right.
Are we good?
As far as I'm concerned, yes.
Yeah, of course we're good, man. Of course we're good. I always told that fellow, I know we won't go there, but I always told him, I said, you'd be funny with just the newspaper and the microphone.
Oh, that fella. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. We're not going to go there. But yeah.
I wonder if the warrant is still out for that fella.
I don't know. Yeah. Who knows?
I don't even. Is he still doing a show?
I don't know.
Oh, okay, good.
I don't.
Good.
Yeah, I kind of when that big fracas. The big fracas happened there. I go on vacation. I come back and everything's just kind of blown up. And anyway, let's just. Anyway.
So how are you doing? How are you doing up there in Seattle?
The great Northwest.
Yeah.
We're the great nowhere, right?
Yeah.
I'm doing good. I'm enjoying life. Are you still in? You were in Texas. Are you in Florida or something?
I'm in Texas. I'm in Dallas, man.
Yeah. The home of the great blues.
Yes. I wish I knew that you were Johnny Seattle this whole time.
I mean, I just, I'm not trying to do anything. I'm just.
No. I love Johnny Seattle. It's like when you said you were John Naylor, I actually know a guy named John Naylor that I worked with like in 1990 that I really didn't care for too much. And so,
well, I'm not that guy.
Okay, well, so that if I'd have known you were Johnny Seattle, I'd have gone, man, it's Johnny. It's Johnny. Of course, I love Johnny Seattle. Johnny Seattle rocks, man. You're the greatest. Yeah, no, you're awesome.
Oh, you are too. No, it was just funny. It was frustrating because I swear to God, like I said, I'm looking at my phone. I'm looking at the chat. I don't see the fucking number. I go up into that description area. I don't see the number. I don't see anything scrolling across. Maybe I've been told by my wife though I'm not the most observant of fellas. So
Julian
so
Caesar.
That's all on me.
Julian Caesar says Naylor. I don't even know her.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
You got big holiday plans coming up?
No, just usual family stuff. Just the usual family stuff. How about you?
My family lives far, far, far away. So I'll be here. We'll be doing the show on Christmas.
You can do a Christmas show, huh? You gonna do like a marathon?
No, that'll be New Year's Eve. I'll do a marathon, but 9 o'clock. Noon. Your time. Noon your time. We'll have a Christmas special.
Can I go back, because I heard your show with Ed Robertson on the FBI, which I love that series. That's,
yeah.
I grew up on that, and you were talking, of course, about the Quentin Tarantino. But when you watch the original with Burt Reynolds and all the other actors in there, I mean, you just watch Burt Reynolds, just, his part and stuff like that. You can just see he's got something there, right? He's still not a superstar. He's not made the movie stuff, but he's got something there.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's a great episode. And that episode occurred several years before it would have shown in the movies, but I mean in the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but I was watching, I'm not even out of the second season yet. And I'm loving reading that book along with watching the episodes. I kind of have stopped. It's on Tubi for free, so you can watch all nine seasons of that for free. And so it's got ads in it, but who cares? I've really enjoyed watching them. They're such good quality shows that it's like there's no bad ones. Not everyone is a oh my God home run. But there's never a bad one. They're just solid. They're just solid all the way through.
And the quality of the acting. I mean, you get like a Gene Hackman, or a Robert Duvall, or Tom Skerritt, or it's amazing. And the other part about that show, when it used to show live, at the end, the last 2 minutes, they would show the most wanted.
Yes, the top 10 most wanted in the country.
Yeah, the top 10. And what I'm looking for, maybe Ed Robertson knows where it's at. I want to get the top 10. I mean, the most wanted when they were looking for James Earl Ray.
I bet you that's on YouTube. We talked about it on the show. We talked about it.
Yeah. Yeah. I've looked, but of course now, as we've established with the phone number bullshit, is I'm not very good.
Let's see. Let's see if I can find it here for you, real fast. If
you can find it for you, I'll be really embarrassed. But I'm just no one knows. Yeah.
Let's see. Let me see. TFC show. Let's see if we can find this. Let's see. It's April 21st, 1968 is the actual date. Let me go to videos here real quick. I can't really find it here. Somebody's got it somewhere though.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm saying. Because those were too good. When you get like some guy who's been on the run for like 25 years or 20 years and stuff like that. You remember going to the post office?
That's the only place you'd ever see those top 10 most wanted, unless you saw them on the FBI. It really is.
Yeah.
Really is.
Yeah, that was like a big freaking deal. You'd go in the post office there while your grandma was mailing her packages, and little Tommy'd walk over there from the lobby, and he'd look up there, and he would see, oh my God, look at that.
Well, or you'd watch the end of the FBI, and if one of them was even within a few states of where you were, you'd be looking out for him for the next 2 weeks. Is that the guy we saw on the show? But anyway.
No, that's your Uncle Earl.
Yeah. No, that's actually the high school principal. Maybe don't watch that show quite as much.
Yeah. Of course, nowadays, lots of high school principals to have their own issues. But
that and you get an alert for an escaped prisoner on your phone. It doesn't even you don't even have to watch the thing. So anyway.
Yeah.
Well, anyway.
Man, good to hear you.
Hey, and I'm glad that you told me you were Johnny Seattle. You should change that name back to Johnny Seattle. That's a great name, by the way.
Yeah, that was I picked that a while back, and
Johnny Seattle.
But
in fact,
anyways,
honor of
just
you.
want to tell you, Tom.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I just want to tell you, I always appreciated your Atomic Palooka, and I appreciated your some of those little scripts you did. You had some really funny bits. I think you still have them posted there.
What the hell happened?
And yeah,
Funny.
like the one bit you had. You okay?
Yeah. What funny bits?
I was thinking the time the guy that what was that guy? Alan something. I forgot what his name was. He was supposed to make the appointment. Yeah, the interview. Right?
Oh,
and
the guy for
Tony
Kuritzis, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. And then his buddy later on tried to call and tried to mess with you a little bit, and you know, this was back in the early days of the internet. But I think that was those some of the funniest bits.
Yeah, there was
personally.
Yeah, people still do that kind of stuff. It's not very smart. But in honor of you, I just changed my screen name to Tommy Dallas.
I thought you'd go with Tommy Austin. You know.
No,
That's more in line with your music.
I live in Dallas. It's all Texas. It's all Texas music. It's okay. Anyway,
I got you.
Well, hey man, happy holidays, and call in anytime. It's always good to hear from you. I apologize if I'd have known you were Johnny Seattle. We have history.
No.
We do. When you said we go back,
I figured.
You said we go back, and I thought about this guy back in 1990 that I worked with that I really didn't care for, and I was like, well, going back, you know, and you were a jerk.
Yeah.
But if you'd have said I'm Johnny Seattle, the waters would have parted, a red velvet little walkway would have appeared. There'd have been women with palm fronds and everything else. Yeah, man, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And
I do want to. Yeah, you're too nice, Tom. Tom, you're too nice, and like I said, I still think you're one of the funniest guys around. And you just need a newspaper and a mic and go through that. I think you did that old Will Rogers bit, right?
Yeah, I need an ass load of subscribers is what I need. I don't need members or anything.
I can sign up once. That's all I can do for you, bud.
Okay, I got you.
I'll see if I can find 123 of my friends. I know that. That's a tough gig to get the slog to get over that 1,000. I know that.
Yeah, well, it's strong arm your wife, and that'll be enough.
There you go, right there. That gets you a little closer, but I know it sucks. You gotta be careful with it. Can you play your old friend, the late what was his name? I apologize, I can't remember. A great guitar player whose music you feature all the time.
Jay Johnson. No, I can't.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they give me a strike for that, or not a strike. It's just a violation, which is funny because a lot of that music I actually engineered and recorded. And if Jay were alive, he would go, yeah, he can play any of my stuff that exists.
Of course.
So no, I can't really. I can just point people to it, unfortunately.
It is worth a listen if you love that music. Even if you're not into that kind of music, the musicianship itself is impeccable.
It really is. It really is.
Yeah, and it's tough when you lose somebody that that you respect and all that. And that part sucks.
Yeah.
Anyways, my friend, I'm gonna let you go, but you take good care, okay, Tom?
All right, you do the same, Johnny. Don't be a stranger.
I won't.
All right, man. Thank you.
I'm looking forward to your Ed Robinson thing. I'm really looking forward to that.
Okie doke.
All right, buddy. Take care.
Bye-bye. Oh, that's Johnny Seattle. I've known Johnny Seattle for he is strong and ching and vomited. Oh, God, it can't be 16 years. Can it? 12 to 12, that's 10. No, 14 or 12 years. So anyway, I'm going to close the phone lines now because I don't think anybody's going to call in. Oh, I always like to do it. I'll wait 1 minute and then I'll close the phone line. 1 minute. Good call, John. Thanks. I think we should start calling him Johnny. Dupa says, thanks for calling in, Johnny Seattle. I know Johnny. If he would have just said, I'm Johnny Seattle. But I thought he was the other guy. The jerk guy. Named John Naylor from way back in the first ad job I ever got outside of Indianapolis. There was a guy named John Naylor there that was. he was mad at me because the Colts left Baltimore, Maryland, and he was from Maryland, and every time he was, oh, you're not your Colts. He was just older account guy. By the way, I'm on day... I don't know how many days that no smokes. Quit. Done. Not doing it anymore. Not doing it. From way back in the days of the Greeks and the Romans, it was just considered good manners. I don't know what the wolf is doing on Christmas. Maybe I should have the wolf on Christmas Day. Maybe I'll just call a bunch of people. Who knows what the hell I'll do. Doopa-doopa-doo says, Tom Gully, day 2. No, it's not day 2. I don't know. It's at least day 3. It's at least day 3. Jim says, that explains a lot. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. There's some other things going on right now there's just some other things going on with the chat rooms and Chuck's Ranch at 1:00. Well, then forget it. And you're not going to be on my Christmas show. There. Fine. I'll find somebody else. I'll call another person. Tom hit rock bottom, so he's quitting. What makes you think I'm quitting? And rock bottom, Doopa-doopa-doo says, Bob Levy is such a bad influence. Well, I don't know about that. I know I started again because I was on his show. And now I'm done. I can't. It's not worth it. I'm not doing it no more. And now that it's been a few days, I'm fine with it. I don't even think about it. So, Dupa says, no wolf on the Christmas show? I know. He's got his own life, apparently. Apparently, he just goes off and does whatever he wants to, whenever he wants. Apparently, he just thinks he's in charge of his own life. Oh, I got to save this. Johnny... Here we go. Add contact. Added a kind of an edit. I got to save Johnny Seattle. Man, Johnny Seattle was one of my first ever listeners. Ever. Back in the very first days when I was streaming, because I streamed and then I did podcasting for a long time. And here we are. That's how all that stuff happened. Let's see here. This says, that's right. Try heroin. I'm not trying heroin. I'm not trying heroin. Why would I try heroin? That's a terrible idea. Not until we are in our 80s. Well, at that point. Now, if I decided that if I lived in a place where they had the dispensaries, I'd be doing that every day of some kind. But they don't, so I can't and I won't. But what I will do shortly here is make some freaking awesome dinner. That's what I'm going to do. However, tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, you'll hear one Joey Catalana, well-known baseball clubhouse manager. You'll hear this man. And so Joey and I are going to talk about baseball. And I don't know if we'll take calls or not. There's a really good chance that we will. And we will enjoy very much being with you on Christmas Eve. I called Joey up and said, Joey, when I scheduled this, I didn't even think about it being Christmas Eve. And he says to me, no big deal. So he'll be on for an hour tomorrow. Dupa says 8 p.m. or 3 p.m. Well, it'll be 8 p.m. tomorrow night, 3 p.m. on Christmas. So that's a quick turnaround for us here on the Tom Gully Show. Terry Nee says, Pop-Tarts is not dinner. I'm not having Pop-Tarts. On Saturday mornings, I make flatbread pizzas for the week. And so I'll be having one of those. He says, LOL. Let's see here. Terry, it is if you eat 6 boxes. That's 24. And the wolf could eat 24 Pop-Tarts, believe me. Julian Zezer says, thanks for the show. Thanks, chatters and caller. Thanks for putting up with my annoyance. Everyone have a good night. And I do thank you all. And I very much would like to thank, and I mean very much would like to thank my good friends, Roller Skater Texas Girl, for her super kind donation, and Doopa for her super kind donation, and Johnny Seattle also for his donation. And you know, I am really trying to make a go of this. It's been a spectacular failure from a financial standpoint thus far. And, you know, so if you could just tell more people, see, that's all we need. We are doing really, really well given the number of people that we have. So we just need more people. That's all. And I thought that most of the people that watch this show were really popular. And apparently you're not. You don't have enough friends to stock this show full. I'm kidding. Totally kidding. Anything you could do would be very helpful. And you guys are the OGs. You're the originals. So, you know, Merry Christmas. Have a great night. I understand the neighborhood you live beside. I live in a really good neighborhood. Oh, I see what you mean. Yes, you do. Yeah, okay. I got you. Sorry. I got you mixed up with Texas Skater Roller Girl. And anyway, Roller Skater Texas Girl rocks. She super does. Terry Reedy says, good. That frees me for a month. I don't know what that means, but I don't know what that. Yeah. Also, I made the decision that I'm not going to be in many more chat rooms. I mean, I'll watch shows. I may occasionally put a chat out there, but I'm not going to be in too many other chat rooms. That's a waste of my time. Considering a lot of the people in the Dappleverse, it's just not, you know, it's just, there's just no, not the people in here from the dip, but I mean, you, I don't even tell you, you know what I mean. Those people. Do I need more interaction with Kenneth Pogue? No, I don't think I need more interaction. He's a nice enough fellow, but so anyway, how you guys doing? All right, I think I'm going to turn you loose. Turn me loose, I say. I'm going to turn you guys loose. I'm going to get ready to do tomorrow's show with one and only Joey Catalano. We'll have so much fun here. And there'll be so many people here that love me and love Joey and have nothing but kind things to say. It's going to be awesome. It's just going to be great. And we're going to talk about baseball. And I have some very hot takes on Ricky Henderson. And before anybody else gives me their hot take, I think I should probably get, you know, Loverboy had some good songs. Turn me loose, turn me loose. That's not the one I'm talking about, but that is a good song. Turn me loose, class it up, get Ray and hair. Ray and I have hair. Jealous? I'm trying to get your door to appear on the show. What? Why do I need Ray? Oh, by the way, can somebody hip me to what's going on here? Maybe, I don't know. It's like it's got one person left now, but because I said I was going to, let's see, Ray on the Tom Gully show. Well, here's the thing, and Terry Nee just left, I think, But people have been telling me all day that they were clamoring for me to be on with Bob and Ray this morning. Is that true? Because I wasn't watching. I was doing other things, and I didn't get a link. If I'd have gotten a link, I'd have seen it. But is that true? And if so, why? Why? Why would anyone want that? Can anybody tell me about that in the next 40 seconds? If you can tell me about it in the next 40 seconds, then I'll know. But if after 40 seconds you can't, then I'm out of here. But I got numerous people saying, even Bobby Franz said on his show earlier today, hey, we wanted you really badly on, why would that be? Okay, Terry, why, pray tell me, did they want me to be on? Because Bobby Franz said it, and a bunch of other people, I got messages and everything else, didn't get a link, but I got a bunch of people say, they want you on, you were asking for it. Bobby was asking Ray if he would be okay if you joined. You have 30 seconds to get Ray on. Ray doesn't want to come on here. So what did Ray say when Bob asked if... Ray doesn't know me. There's no reason for Ray. I don't think I've been on a show with Ray. Maybe once, but I don't know Ray. I don't have anything against Ray. I've frequently have said Ray has a secondary degree, has a master's degree. Not any of the other hosts that I know in the Dabbleverse. Because when I said I don't think anybody, the other Dabbleverse people have him, as everybody went, and I went, yeah, I wasn't talking about you, chat room all-star. I was talking about people that do shows. That's what Ray said. He doesn't know you. Okay, that's Terry Nee took Ray under his wing. Literally, he's a bird. He took him under his wing. Anyway, all right, I got to get out of here. I got to eat something. You guys got to eat something. I'll say, I wanted you on for good reasons. They wanted you on because Ray was that bad, according to them. Yeah, there's a lot of people in that chat room and a couple of other ones that it's like, yeah, I don't really know how I feel about them. Like I said, what I call chat room all-stars. They don't create anything. They don't do anything. They're not funny. They're just little bitches that I'm never going to meet. I'm never going to see. And they, A, think that their opinion of me matters, and B, that they somehow get to dictate how I behave, what I do, and it's just like, wow, you're a special kind of pathetic. Dupa says, Terry, I wanted to see Ray's stand-up to understand him. Ray said he doesn't know you. He doesn't. I know of him, but I've never met him. I would say this, of all the people that do shows that might mention Ray or that have been on shows where they discuss Ray, I'm the nice one. I'm the one that says, hey, Ray seems like a relatively nice guy to me. And he also seems like a person that he's got a master's degree. I think you and Ray would hit it off if you talk sports. Well, except for the fact that he's a big fan of Cleveland teams. I used to play for a team in Cleveland that he won't know of. But thank you for clearing that up, ladies and gentlemen. With that being said, that old clock on the wall says that, like the Reverend Al Green, it's time for me to get up on out of here. Joey C. tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern. Me and Joey C. Christmas show, 3 p.m. Eastern on Christmas Day. Desperately need more subscribers. Desperately need to start bringing in a little more, not from you guys, but just if we can grow the audience, then so smart people, college professors, TV nerds, but really nerds of all kinds, people that love Star Trek, Trekkies, you know what I'm saying. Does Ray like soccer? I'd know if he did. I have the list of people that like soccer in the United States. Here it is. So I don't see his name on it. Anyway, Ray is a good comedian. He torched somebody in a roast I saw one time. Anyway, with all that being said, and this is going to take a second. Usually I have the video file already loaded, but because StreamYard kicked me out, thanks, StreamYard. I appreciate that. Until next time, by the way, happy holidays, and thank you all so much. You guys are the OGs. You're the ride or dies. I appreciate it. Till next time, we'll see you next time. Honest to God, we will.